It is Sunday morning, and I feel like shit. I can't even remember what time I went to bed last night. I think it was like 3 a.m. Woke up at 9:30 because I wanted to get some breakfast. So I've had some breakfast, went down, met up with GB and Jaws and Hex and Gone Boy's wife as well, and had a nice breakfast. The breakfast here are pretty good. That doesn't make up for the fact that I didn't sleep very well. I was tossing and turning all night thinking about work and stuff. Very strange. Something about being on the road and being in an unfamiliar environment makes it much more difficult to sleep. I also think it's because light infiltrates through the windows in hotel rooms. It doesn't seem to be possible to fully close all of the gaps in the curtains. Like, they deliberately give you them like this. I don't know. Anyway, so the plan for today is get a shower, get ready, go in to the arena, try and find the Philadelphia Fusion people and see if I can catch any of them for an interview. If I can't, then fuck it, I'm never going to be able to catch them because our schedules just don't align properly. Then first game is Houston, New York. Go in, cast that game, try and catch up with the Houston people afterwards for an interview. The second game is Philly versus Toronto. That should be a good game, but I've got no opportunity to interview the people afterwards because I'm straight on with the next one, which is Washington, London. London, we finish that, and then we're going to interview Stratus afterwards, and then we're going to interview IMT, hopefully, if he sticks around. He said after 7 p.m. on Sunday, which I agreed to, because I'm stupid and didn't realize that 7 p.m. is actually when the London-Washington game begins. So hopefully he's a nice guy and sticks around, but I wouldn't blame him if he doesn't, because the schedule just doesn't work out. And frankly, if I was in his position, I would want to be skedaddled ASAP. We were given a bunch of different products this time around to help us stop getting dehydrated and stuff while we're traveling on the road. As you may have been able to tell from looking at my face, I have never used a skincare routine in my life. It kind of looks like the pitted ruts of the asteroid belt on my face. Had very bad acne problems when I was a teenager. Should have used skincare routines at that point, absolutely. Should have definitely done something about it, but I didn't, so never mind. So I've been given this special cleansing gel from Dermatologica, which is like a gel that froths up and then you put it on your face. And then this, which is a powder, a daily superfoliant. It's basically gritty little balls. I mean, that sounds much worse when I say it like that, but it's like little bits of grit that you rub into your face. You make it into a paste and you rub it onto your face, and then a moisturizer. Now, I don't know how much success this is going to have, but I'll tell you what, my skin feels a lot smoother than it did, and it does actually feel much more moisturized. So I've also got some like proper lip balms and stuff because my lips were properly chapped. They were disgusting at the end of Dallas, and I mean, that was only Dallas. It's not like that's particularly terrible weather or air or anything like that. Yeah, we'll see how that works. I just thought I would update you because it's something that I've never done before, that I've been forced to do because of Overwatch League 2020. Well, not forced. Nobody is pinning me down and forcing me to rub superfoliant in my face. I'm choosing to do it myself. For how long that actually lasts, nobody knows. Bren is looking over the runner show. Is everything all right, boss?
Not quite. I've noticed one small error.
Oh, what's the error?
This should say day 2. End results.
Oh no! What will we do? Time to panic. Fish,
Give me this.
you're fired.
I know. I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner.
How's your makeup going? You look beautiful for once. The only time ever.
It's about time for you to get
I
out.
like you wearing stripes as well. You look like a mime.
A mime. Yeah, I know. I'm not a huge fan of this jumper.
No?
No.
Oh, they should have given it to me. I'm the sweater boy. Like wearing the sweaters.
I don't think so.
No?
Am I good?
Yes, you're good.
All right, my makeup time now.
Yeah,
I am very ready.
Getting your makeup done is a process that changes from venue to venue, honestly, depending on the person. Ashley, who is our makeup artist here in Washington, was incredibly thorough about it. and so it lasted for quite a while. Good chat, stuff like that. It's just a time to chill out and think about the day that's coming ahead. I quite like it, honestly. Not that I would do it my day-to-day, but it's a fairly chill time. You can see people in the background as well in our green room over there behind the wooden door, just kind of relaxing, doing whatever last-minute prep that they need to, trying to figure out how Cleston's name is pronounced and when he has previously played on any teams ever. We were chatting about grime, actually, because Bren had just had his makeup done before me and had introduced Ashley to the concept of grime music, which is a distinctly UK phenomenon that she was unaware of, but a big music head, so that was fairly interesting. I had large aspirations for the day, didn't really get too much done the previous one as well, and had already found out at this point that IMT was unable to do his interview that evening. And the entire time I was thinking about our flight later on in the day, which was something that we had kind of planned. The flight left at 6 a.m. and we had a lot of stuff to do before then, but also couldn't quite figure out whether to sleep or not. And unfortunately we're all very susceptible to peer pressure and ended up just staying up anyway. But this is what was basically going on in my head while these 13-14 minutes of makeup passed. But like I said, it's a fairly calm and relaxing process.
The thing about Philadelphia Fusion so far, I think, is
we are heading to cast Houston versus NYXL. It's going to be a quick palate cleansing stomp.
Pressure on the enemy backline. We saw Jonah yesterday struggling on the.
Live marriage proposal in DC. In the game break, in the Houston, New York game, this absolute boss. That guy had charisma as well. Yeah. That guy was good.
I hope it fits. All right.
Keep my voice down a little bit because there's a press conference going on, but I just wanted to show you guys the media room a little bit to showcase what's happening right now. This is a press conference with Dream, who's one of the coaches of the Houston Outlaws. Normally they have players and head coaches as well. Yesterday they had Flame with Dante and Blase, maybe it was Dante and Moomer, I think. But this is just, it's interesting how many people are out here as press.
Didn't play well last map, so come, your bench for putting this other person in.
I just finished an interview with Dream, the assistant coach for the Houston Outlaws. It was 26 minutes long, but he answered every question that I had about Houston, why they were running the Lucio Brig, the Rappel Raucus kind of stuff, all sorts of stuff about that. So really important interview, I think, to shed some light on that kind of stuff. The community had so many questions, but because it was 26 minutes long, I think I've now missed the majority of this Philadelphia up against Toronto game that's happening, which makes my job a lot harder. So I'm going to go back out into the venue and we're going to see how much I've missed and how much I have to catch up on, because as soon as that finishes I've got my next game to cast as well. So we've got to figure that out. Oh, thank you. It seems like it's in a break at the moment, but who knows how far through they are. Hopefully they've only played the first map. Ah, shit, they're at the game break. It's 2-0 to the Philadelphia Fusion, which means I have missed probably 2/3 of the game, because it's probably going to be a 3-0. So now I really need to watch this game break. Please, ZP, Reinforce, Custer, tell me your secrets. Tell me what happened.
What didn't go well for the Toronto defense? They just seemingly didn't find an answer to.
Me and Bren are watching the potential comeback of a comeback of a comeback. Philly, though, are playing into double support ults. The Blizzard has to be huge. Blizzard has to be huge. Oh my god, I love this aggression from Toronto.
All he has to do is to
Ivy, guys!
take it out.
No blizzard.
Self-destruct to the back as well.
It's over.
Toronto.
2-2.
Bro, is the reverse sweep happening?
That would be nuts.
Are they actually going to defeat the Philadelphia Fusion, who just defeated New York? I did not think Toronto would be this good.
After the exciting conclusion of that Philadelphia versus Toronto game, with Fusion fending off the reverse sweep, it was time to work out the justice for their match against London. I actually missed the comedy piece that Jaws and Hex did just before this, but they hyped the crowd up perfectly for this aerialist display. But now it's time for the real stars of the show, these enormous bobblehead presidents, who are absolutely jamming to the beats. I was almost crying watching this Teddy Roosevelt character bop to the walkout beats. They're just such ridiculous, I don't know, things. Look at him, look at his tiny little arms go. I don't know who got these kind of jobs, but whoever's controlling Jefferson is just wiggling the Washington Justice shield, having the time of his life. Here you can see the walkouts of the Justice players as well. People were so hyped to this side of the crowd to be able to be stood right in front of them. I love the smoke machines on these kind of ceiling girders as well. I don't know what the technical name for them is. And then this was the show during the halftime break, which is the aerialists coming back again and now doing their show but split apart on the ribbons. Again, don't know the technical terms, but this was a very impressive show that they actually put on in the halftime break. Unfortunately, I didn't actually get to watch the desk, which is kind of my job.
I just finished recording an interview with Stratus, and that was after casting their match of them against the London Spitfire. What a game that was. Such a turnaround for the London Spitfire in the second half. It was unbelievable, honestly. Wild. I mean, people often talk about the halftime being a reset thing, but that was one of the most bananas turnarounds I've ever seen. Very, very good, entertaining games to cast this weekend. And honestly, just in total, the only game that was dull in any way was the Houston-New York game, where unfortunately New York just kind of rolled Houston. But otherwise, me and Bren have been very blessed with some very entertaining games to cast. The Washington DC homestand has also been amazing. Out of all of the homestands that I've been to, including the ones in 2019, I think I enjoyed this one the best. I think it was just, even though Dallas, the original one, was in the Allen Center with all of those huge amounts of people, with the 4,500 people, this one, the crowd was energized. We had really cool bits planned. The hotel was fantastic. The food was good. We were looked after incredibly well. It was just a really good homestand. The production was on point as well. So yeah, the crew that's running these Washington DC events, I'm hyped to come back. I think we do one in week 7. Week 7. That's the first time actually that hero pools are going to be in the game as well. So that's going to be very interesting. The rest of tonight is going to be chilling, hanging out. I might see if Christopher is still in town to do an interview, but everybody's basically gone home, so I think that's going to be my final interview for the day. It's a little disappointing that the schedules didn't quite align for me to be able to interview anybody from Philadelphia or Toronto when that game was so incredibly good. And unfortunately, IMT had to cancel his interview because his schedule changed. So I'm going to catch up with that guy in week 6 when I'm in Florida, I believe. Yeah, I think that's when I'm in Florida. So that'll be interesting. For now, though, time to party. I lied to you before when I said that it was only partying from here on out. I sat down at my desk. I need to charge my phone, and I also probably need to copy these things over in the meantime. My flight is at 6 a.m., which means that I need to get to the airport at, like, what, 4:30? Which means that I need to set off at 4. Today's gonna be rough because I still want to go out a little bit. Should I come back in at midnight in order to go to sleep for 4 hours? I mean, not even 4 hours. 3 hours? Sleep for 3 hours? Or just stay up? Oh boy. Well, in the meantime, I'm just copying over files from my memory cards that I've had out with me. I have to copy over this Stratus interview. Just check that this is the right file.
Just rough, I think.
Yeah, that's Stratus's voice. Drag it in, edit the interview up, post it to YouTube, set it to schedule for tomorrow, and then we're all well and good. We can go out for a couple of drinks, and then, God knows, see where the night takes us. I can say we've made some mistakes tonight. We've made some mistakes, but we've also met a new good friend.
Yep, absolutely. Mike, he let us just sit in his house while he was asleep.
Yeah.
For 2 hours. I have 2 Coronas. Two cans. That's all I've got.
We may have fucked this up. I mean, it kind of made sense when we first thought about it, but my God, it doesn't seem to make any sense anymore.
My legs don't work. God.
Going up.
Well, you're in the straight to my room.
Oh fuck! Press number 4.
Wait, but I have Corona. You don't.
Oh God.
Let's rewatch the Tyson Fury fight.
No, I have to go to the airport. This was a dreadful idea. The idea of staying up until 4 a.m. was the fucking stupidest idea. I mean, I definitely need to pack, so
Right.
I
Let's
have to
go
go.
pack, and then we can go pack mine because I've half packed. So by the time we pack yours, we can go back to mine. We'll pack. I get the Coronas, and then we just
Okay.
sip of the Corona.
No, that's genius. Honestly, that's genius. I mean, how could you get any better? Of course, we need the Coronas in order to pack. Fucking
Those are chips.
beautiful. Oh, hello.
Chips, bananas.
Oh, yes. Oh, bananas.
After much more drunken dicking about in the hotel, which I absolutely cannot ever show you, me and Bren finally packed. We collected Jaws, who had just been in his room awake, tried to wake up Hex, but we failed, and then we headed off to the airport. We managed to navigate the boarding process despite being half drunk and half asleep, but surely we felt better about ourselves once we sobered up and arrived in Atlanta.
No. The drunken high is worn off, and now we are sober morons. At 6 a.m. it is an unholy time on the West Coast.
moron though, huh? Who's the real moron? Motherfucker who didn't get his flight.
No, we are the morons.
Oh yeah.
This is,
I forgot we are too.
It's early, it's stupid. We nearly missed our flight. Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Last motherfuckers on the plane.
I will never do this again. This was stupid. It was your fault as well.
Don't fucking.
It was pretty bad.
It wasn't that bad.
I hate this.
It's pretty bad.
You won't be saying this when we're back in LA.
I might be still saying this when I have to sleep all day.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be asleep in LA.
Yeah.
You won't be sleeping that
I don't know. I'm not liking this.
Okay.
Oh God. It's like 10:30 in the morning. We just touched down in Burbank. Lovely sunny day here in Los Angeles, and the absolute champion that is my girlfriend is coming to pick me up. I feel very, very tired, but it wasn't that bad because I managed to sleep on the plane. We'll see how I feel later on, but this might be something that I do again. Who knows? We'll see.